Last year, a mother in Texas brought her 8-year-old son in for what she thought was a routine checkup. He was active, playful, full of energy, in every way a healthy child is. But the diagnosis knocked the wind out of her. Early signs of fatty liver disease. This is a condition normally found in adults over 40. And the cause wasn't alcohol. It wasn't genetics. It was the food that he ate every single day. The ultra-processed foods in his lunchbox at school and in his snacks at home. And here is the frightening truth. This isn't an isolated case. It is happening quietly all across America. Come to think about a typical child's lunch: sandwich, fruit snacks, chips, a juice box. It seems normal, right? But according to the latest data, 62% of the calories American children consume comes from ultra-processed foods. This isn't just a bad habit. It is a slow-motion health crisis. Just last month, a pediatric clinic in Ohio reported something shocking. Very shocking. A 9-year-old boy also showing early signs of fatty liver disease. No alcohol, no medication, just the same ultra-processed food millions of American kids eat every single day. And the scariest part, this is no longer rare. It is becoming the new American norm. But it has not ended. Let me shock you once more again. I want to report current data from different sites according to this issue of this ultra-processed food. According to the National Center for Health Statistics, it just released a new data showing that from August 2021 to August 2023, about 55% of daily calories in Americans, approximately age that is 1 year plus, came from ultra-processed food. Among kids, maybe 1 to 18 years, this number is even higher. 61.9% of their calories came from ultra-processed foods. Adult 19 years older had about 53% of their calories from ultra-processed foods. Importantly, this shows a slightly decline compared to earlier periods, which was around from 2017 to 2018 for both kids and adults. The second latest statistics, which is coming from the public health or policies moves in 2025, is a very current data. There's a growing policy level attention. California is pushing a law to phase out harmful ultra-processed food from school meals. Governor Gavin Newsom signed an initiative that mandates the state health department to define ultra-processed food by mid-2028 and start phasing them out of school breakfast and lunches. The third update, which is just like an awareness and labeling. There is increasing consumer and regulatory scrutiny on ultra-processed foods. Some non-profit are now launching ultra-processed food certification labels to help people identify less processed, more wholesome food choices. Meanwhile, public familiarity with the terms ultra-processed food is still limited. In 2024, only approximately 32% of the US adults said they were familiar with it. This is serious. Hello to all my amazing subscribers and those still to hit the subscribe button. I am Collins and welcome back to the channel where we break down health-related issues eating up humanity in a practical language that anyone can understand. If you care about children's health, your family well-being, or you work in a healthcare, then you are absolutely in the right place. In today's video, it is titled Ultra-Processed Foods Among US Children, what the data reveals in 2025. This is one of the most urgent nutrition issues facing the Americans' families right now. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly why. Now, let us get into the video. Some out there might want to ask, Nurse Collins, what are ultra-processed foods? Very good question, right? Now, here is a simple answer. These are industrial products packed with additives, sugars, salt, artificial flavors, preservatives, and even refined ingredients. They look nothing like real food. According to the NOVA system, ultra-processed foods are group 4, the most processed category. Now, before I dive down into the video further, I want you to understand what the NOVA system, which is the food classification system, is all about. Now, the NOVA system is a framework used by researchers and nutritionists to classify foods based on the extent and the purpose of their processing. Now, this system was developed by a Brazilian scientist and is widely used in nutrition studies worldwide. Now, in this system, we have 4 groups. The first group, which is group 1, if I may say, unprocessed or minimally processed food. And in this category, we have natural food altered minimally for preservation or safety. We have examples like fresh fruits, vegetables, plain milk, grains, eggs, fresh meat, fish. We have group 2, which is processed culinary ingredients. Now, here we have substances extracted from food or nature used in cooking. Examples, we have sugar, oils, butter, salt, starches. You can name the rest. We have 3, the third group, processed foods. These are food made by adding sugar, oil, salt, and other ingredients to group 1 foods, usually recognizable as versions of the whole foods. Examples of such category, we have canned vegetables, cheese, sumu meat, freshly baked bread. We have the last group, which is group 4, which is very important, which we are going to focus on in today's video. We have ultra-processed foods. These are industrial formulations made mostly from substances extracted or synthesized from food with limit or no whole food. This category often contains additives, colors, flavors, and preservatives. Example, we have soft drinks, packaged snacks, instant noodles, chicken nuggets, and sugary cereals. Now, what is the importance of the NOVA system? Now, this particular system helps understand the impact of food processing on health. The ultra-processed food, which is good for, are linked to obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and other chronic conditions. This particular system is important because it is used in research, dietary guidelines, and public health policies worldwide. In short, the NOVA system is a classification system for food based on processing levels, and it is how scientists define what counts as ultra-processed. At this point, I hope you understand what the NOVA system is all about. Let us focus on the video content now. What is inside ultra-processed foods? What is actually inside? We have examples of substances which are inside, which are added, such as we have added sugars, we have refined flours, artificial colors and flavors, preservatives, emulsifiers and stabilizers. We have a lot of salt and unhealthy fats. Now, someone may be tempted to ask, why so common? Good question. They are engineered to be tasty, cheap, convenient, and easy to overeat. We have examples: sugary cereals, packaged bread, chips, candy, soda, energy drinks, baked sweet, instant noodles, frozen dinners, fast food, you can name the rest. So many of them. The bottom line is, ultra-processed food barely resemble real foods, and your body can tell. Now, if you look at the scope of the problem amongst US children, I want to look at topic 2. What is the scope of the problem among the US children? Now, here is what the data shows in 2025. 62% of the calories eaten by US children and teenagers come from ultra-processed food. Early estimates were even higher. Nearly 70% of the kids' calories come from ultra-processed food. Ultra-processed food consumption is highest in children and even higher among lower income families. This massive shift towards ultra-processed food, heavy diet, powerless, raising rates of childhood obesity, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic dysfunction. The data is very clear. The American kids are growing up on ultra-processed diets and paying the price in their health. According to figure 1, according to this diagram, the percentage of children and adolescents aged 2 to 19 years who consume fast food on a given day by percentage of daily calories consumption. This research was carried out in the United States from 2015 to 2018. This is very, very important that we should take note. Another figure, which is figure 4, it shows top calories contributors of ultra-processed food consumption by youths and adults in the United States, and it was carried out from August 2021 to August 2023. Now, if you look at the percentage of US children and adolescents who were obese from 1988 to 2018, it was very massive among 12 to 19 years old as compared to 6 to 11 years old. Now, let me share something with you which is very important. I want to share overweight children in the Asian Pacific region. If you look at these statistics, if you look at this chart, you look at countries like Japan, Bangladesh, Singapore, Philippines, South Korea, China, Indonesia, Australia. If you look at their percentage, of course, it also affects them. Now, topic 3 in our today's video, what are the consequences for US citizens or for US children in particular? So we want to look at key health concerns linked to high ultra-processed food intake in children. The first point that we are going to look at in today's video, obesity and overweight gain or weight gain. Ultra-processed food are calorie dense, high in sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats. Kids who eat more ultra-processed food are far more likely to gain excess weight. This is the fact and this is the truth. 2. Metabolic and cardiometabolic risks. High ultra-processed diet are linked to insulin resistance, elevated blood pressure, abnormal cholesterol, and early signs of fatty liver. The third health concern is poor nutrient intake. Even with high calories, these diets are often low in vitamins, minerals, fibers, affecting growth, immunity, and long-term health. The number 4 health concern is long-term disease risks. Eating ultra-processed food diet in children tends to track into adulthood, rising the risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and other chronic conditions. The last but not the least, other possible effects. Emerging research shows potential links between ultra-processed food and mental health issues or developmental concerns, although evidence is still developing. The bottom line is, ultra-processed food affects kids' bodies and their future health later. Now, according to UNICEF warns ultra-processed food drive childhood obesity crisis worldwide. And these consequences are detrimental to the health of the child. Now, what are the risk factors? What are the drivers behind this crisis? Why ultra-processed food dominate kids' diets? 1. Aggressive marketing and easy access. Ultra-processed food are everywhere. School vending machines, convenience stores, fast food, they are heavily marketed directly to kids and teenagers. Why this ultra-processed food dominate kid diet? Number 2, is cheaper and more convenient. Research shows that ultra-processed food often cost less per calorie than fresh food, store easily, and require little preparation, making them common in busy and or lower resource households. Another factor is the food environment. Many communities lack access to fresh, healthy options. Meanwhile, ultra-processed food dominate grocery and promotional displays. Another risk is engineered for overeating. Ultra-processed food are designed to be hyper palatable, they display healthier food and lead to overeating. The last but not the least, no clear regulation. The US still has no legal definition for ultra-processed food, making regulation, labeling, and monitoring more difficult. According to results, the ultra-processed food becomes the default choice, not because they are healthier, but because they are the easiest option. Now, the question is the land of plenty starving? Because of the nearly 323 million individuals who live in the United States, almost 7% make their home in a food desert. That means more than 23 million Americans, including millions of children, are without consistent or easy access to fresh, nutrient-dense meals and groceries. Some of the traumatic effects these food deserts have on population include growing rate of chronic disease and obesity. That is why, according to the US Household by Food Security status in 2021, it shows that food insecurity households account for almost 10.2%, while households with low food security account for 6.4%, which is very, very important. And this research is coming from the Economic Research Service using data from the US Department of Commerce. Topic 5 in today's video: what are the suggestions for nursing and children's health care? What are you thinking? What can be done? Now, the first point is screening and assessment. Kids who eat a lot of ultra-processed food are at higher risk for obesity, hypertension, metabolic issues, and poor nutrition. Nurses should screen for diet patterns early. 2. Education and counseling. Teach families how to spot ultra-processed food, long ingredients list, additives, artificial colors or flavors, and encourage more whole, minimally processed foods. The third suggestion, which is very important, is collaboration. It is very important to partner with dietitians, school nurses, community programs to improve school meals, snacks options, and parent education. Another point which is very important, advocacy. Now, support policies that limit ultra-processed food marketing to kids, expand access to fresh foods, and provide nutrition education for caregivers. It is paramount and very, very inevitable. The next, which is early intervention. Identifying high ultra-processed food consumers early gives us a critical window to prevent metabolic dysfunction before it even progresses. That is why nurses play a key role in protecting children's long-term health. Now, let us look at the gaps, the limitations, and the future research needs. We have 1. Correlation versus causations. Many studies link ultra-processed food to health problems, but proving direct causation, especially in kids, is still challenging. 2. No standard definition. There is still debate about what exactly counts as an ultra-processed food, and the US lacks a clear legal definition. 3. Not all ultra-processed food are equal. Some ultra-processed food may be less harmful than others. certain fortified processed food can provide needed nutrients. The next, which is very, very important, is big role of social factors. Poverty, food access, education, neighborhood environment strongly influence kids' diets. Ultra processed food are only part of a bigger picture of the whole scenario. Now, what are the gaps? What can we do? The next option is what? Need for more intervention studies. A need for more intervention studies. We need more long-term studies that actually reduce ultra-processed food intake in children and measure the health effects over time. The bottom line is the research is growing, but there is still a lot we need to understand. That is why there are some potential action steps and recommendations which it can be implemented or it can be proposed. And one, access diet in routine care. Now, ask about packaged snacks, sugary cereals, sodas, energy drinks, fast food, and understand why. Not just why, what is the cost? Is it convenient? How is the taste? Two, we need to educate parents and caregivers. A simple message: check the ingredient list. If it has things you will never use in your kitchen, it is highly processed. Encourage swaps: chips, fruits plus humans, soda, water with lemon. Promote home cooking when possible. The next, which is very important, is to support school and community programs. Work with school health teams to reduce ultra-processed food in cafeterias and vending machines. This will help to promote whole food snacks programs and partner with after-school programs. It is also good to advocate for policy change. Push for a clear definition of what is ultra-processed food. Limit on marketing to kids. Better fresh food access in underserved. And subsidize for fruits and vegetables. This will help. Another key point is to monitor high-risk kids. For children with obesity or metabolic concerns, collaborate with dietitians and pediatric teams to reduce ultra-processed food and track body mass index, blood pressure, cholesterol, and even glucose. Another important point which should not be left out is to tailor to low resource settings. Recognize that families with limited time or money might rely on ultra-processed foods. Solutions must be practical, realistic, and judgment-free. The last but not the least, promote gradual change. Total elimination isn't feasible for most families, especially low-income families. So it is very vital that we focus on reducing ultra-processed food and adding more whole food, one step at a time. Because a small changes can transform a child's long-term health. I know if you have watched this video up to this moment, I know you have gained something. If you are a parent, a teacher, a work in a healthcare field, I want you to understand that what ultra-processed food do your kids eat most in the area. It is very important. Your comment could help other families, and it might feature your insight in a future video. If you want to go deeper, watch my next video, The Real Dangers of Sugary Drinks for the US Kids. Thanks for watching. Here is to a healthy, happier life for you and the children you care for. To conclude, I would like to recap what we have discussed in today's video. 1. The US children now receive 62% of their daily calories from ultra-processed foods. 2. These foods are closely linked to obesity, insulin resistance, fatty liver disease, and metabolic dysfunction, and increased long-term risk for chronic illness. 3. Ultra-processed food consumption is driven by aggressive marketing, limited access to fresh foods, cost barriers, and convenience, making this a structural and societal issue. Finally, even modest, sustainable changes in daily food choices can significantly improve children's health. Now, here are some recent headlines that shows just how big this issue has become globally. According to The Guardian, reported on September 10, 2025, that for the first time in history, more children worldwide are obese than underweight, driven largely by junk food and ultra-processed diets. According to the AP News, highlighted in August 2025, that Americans now get more than half of their daily calories from ultra-processed food, according to the new CDC data. And in May 2025, the Time magazine released its Make America Healthy Again, a report revealing alarming trend in US children's health. To conclude, ultra-processed food consumption is rapidly becoming one of the most urgent pediatric health challenges in the United States. However, through increased awareness, supportive policies, and practical strategies for families, we can shift this strategy and safeguard the health of the next generation. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next video.